Welcome back to Capitalvision. Today, I'm going to take you on a very personal journey. There was a time in my life when I was broke. I was stressed, in debt, and constantly worrying about money. I felt trapped. But step by step, I turned things around, and eventually, I reached financial freedom and millionaire status. This video isn't about bragging. It's about showing you that no matter where you're starting from, financial freedom is possible. So stick with me until the end, because I'll share not just what I did, but the lessons you can apply in your own life starting today. I want to start with honesty. At my lowest point, I had more bills than income. My credit cards were maxed out. I'd avoid checking my bank balance because it was painful to see negative numbers. I thought financial freedom was for other people. You know, the ones born into money, or the lucky few who caught some big break. But one moment changed it all. I realized if I didn't change my habits and mindset, I would stay stuck forever. That was my turning point. I used to say things like, I'm broke, I'll never make it. But I learned something powerful. The way you think about money determines how you handle it. So I started reprogramming my mindset. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, I began asking, how can I afford it? I surrounded myself with books, podcasts, and mentors. I learned from people who already achieved financial freedom. And slowly, I stopped seeing money as something that controlled me and started seeing it as a tool I could control. My next mission was escaping debt. I wrote down every single debt I had: credit cards, loans, car payments. I faced the numbers. Then I used the debt snowball method. I paid off the smallest debt first. That gave me momentum. Then I tackled the next one, and the next one. It wasn't fast. It wasn't glamorous. But with discipline, I slowly broke free from the chains of debt. And once I did, I had breathing room. I could finally start building instead of just surviving. Here's the truth: I used to hate the word budget. It sounded restrictive. But then I realized a budget isn't about limiting yourself. It's about giving every dollar a purpose. I followed a simple system. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings and debt. And I built an emergency fund. At first, just $1,000. Then eventually 3 to 6 months of expenses. For the first time in my life, I had financial peace of mind. At this point, I realized you can only cut expenses so much. To really build wealth, I needed to increase my income. So I started side hustles. I freelanced. I sold online. I drove for rideshare apps. I did whatever I could to bring in extra cash. And over time, I discovered which hustles worked best for me. Some of them turned into real businesses. That's when things started to shift. Instead of just surviving, I had extra cash flow I could use to invest. This is where the magic happened: investing. At first, I started small: $50 here, $100 there, mostly into index funds. I learned about compound interest, how money grows on money. And over the years, my small contributions added up. Then I reinvested profits from my side hustles into real estate and other assets. And slowly, my wealth began to multiply. That's the real secret: consistency plus time. One of the hardest parts was resisting lifestyle creep. As my income grew, it would have been easy to buy a new car, move into a bigger place, and spend like crazy. But I kept my lifestyle simple. I lived below my means and focused on building assets instead of liabilities. I didn't deprive myself, but I made sure my money was growing before I upgraded my lifestyle. That discipline accelerated my journey. After years of consistency, paying off debt, budgeting, saving, hustling, and investing, I checked my net worth one day and realized I had crossed the line. I was officially a millionaire. But here's the truth: the real reward wasn't the number. It was the freedom. The freedom to make choices, the freedom to help others, and the freedom to live life on my own terms. And before we close, I want to remind you of something important. Becoming a millionaire wasn't about luck. It wasn't about being the smartest person in the room. It was about persistence, discipline, and a belief that financial freedom was possible for me even when I was broke. And if you're in that place right now, struggling, stressed, and unsure of your future, let me be living proof your story isn't finished. The decisions you make today could be the turning point that changes everything for you tomorrow. So here's what I want you to do: take one step. Whether it's setting a budget, paying off $100 of debt, or putting your first $10 into an investment account, just start. Because the journey to financial freedom isn't about giant leaps. It's about small, consistent steps in the right direction. One thing I didn't expect when I hit millionaire status was how my definition of success would change. At first, it was all about the number, hitting 7 figures, seeing that net worth grow. But over time, I realized true wealth isn't just about money. It's about freedom. Freedom to spend time with family. Freedom to choose work that excites me. Freedom to give back. And giving back has been one of the most rewarding parts of this journey. Whether it's helping a family member in need, donating to causes I believe in, or even creating videos like this to inspire others, that's real wealth. Because at the end of the day, financial freedom isn't just about what you gain, it's about what you can give. So if you're still on your journey, I want you to remember this: becoming a millionaire isn't just about stacking money. It's about building a life of freedom, impact, and purpose. Now I want to hear from you. What does financial freedom look like for you? Is it quitting your 9 to 5, traveling the world, helping your family, or something else? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this video inspired you, give it a like so more people can find it. Subscribe to Capitalvision for more real money stories, strategies, and motivation. Oh, and don't forget to check out my next video, 5 habits that keep people broke and how to break them. It's the perfect follow-up to what you just watched. This is Capitalvision, and remember, being broke is temporary, but building wealth is forever. I see you in the next one. Outro screen with subscribe plus recommend.